All right, kids, here we fucking go. That was a fuck up. Woo! Yes, indeed. All right. So this is a horizontal view. How's everybody doing? It is I, EchoCraft. Good evening, he, she, they, them. Ladies and gents, vafangul, in any order you want to say it, put it, or whatever you want to do. I don't give a fuck. But anyway, here I am. What are we doing? Oh my God. Wow, people are fucking, I'm telling you, people can't drive, kids. They can't drive. Anyway, how's it going? Listen.
I'm happy to be here.
Okay, thanks a lot, dear. All right, so listen, here's the deal. We live in a very crazy-ass world, right? Crazy. The thing about this world is it's very frustrating sometimes because we don't know what to believe. We don't know what politics to believe. We don't know what news to believe. We don't know what anything is anymore. We don't know what full-blown videos and pictures and things like that to believe anymore, right? We just don't know, right? And because of that, because of AI, because of rumors, because of all kinds of crap like that, we don't know what to believe, all right? And, very controversial, these things, right? And sometimes you get caught up in the controversy, you get caught up in the web of madness, right? Which brings me to my synth car yesterday when I was talking about the Roland TR-1000 or TR-2000, sorry, the leak that there was. It was a leak, right? Hi, everybody in the chat. Can't see you, but I'm there. I'm here. Hello, everyone in the chat. Welcome. So apparently that was a leak. That was a leaked, fraudulent leak. How's that sound? It wasn't real. That Roland TR-2000. However, it was brought to my attention by the Machines One, who sent me the picture and then later on told me that it could have been fraudulent, it's not real. And I said, okay, whatever. I'm not going to apologize for it because we don't know what's real. We don't know what's what anymore. We don't know what's up. We don't know what's down. We don't know. Okay? But what we do know is Roland's cooking up something, and you know it. You know Roland isn't just going to release this one thing. When Roland released the first Aria series, they released the drum machine, right? They released the TR-8. And then right after that, like within a week, they released the TB3, right? Then after that, they released the VT3, right? Or VT2 or whatever the fuck it is. I have them all, right? So it's kind of ironic that, they just come out with this one drum machine. It's $2,700. And I know we keep talking about it, but it's the hottest subject right now because everybody wants one. Everybody wants one! Ow! Wants one too! That was a bad David Lee Roth impression. Anyway, so yeah, people want this thing, right? And I think that was a leak, a fraudulent leak, because we know that that's probably what's going to happen eventually. They're going to come out with this thing. Now, I was watching Samurai's feed earlier this morning. I was up really early this morning, and I said, you know what? I got to watch this feed because it's samurai. And, when you miss a samurai episode, your day isn't complete. That's the way I feel. So anyway, I'm watching the episode, and I'm watching all the freaks that are in the chat. A lot of freaks, a lot of weirdos, a lot of people complaining about how he acts and stuff. And I was just like, they don't get it. Like, this one guy was like, this guy needs to relax. He's too hyped up for me. Well, then don't fucking tune in. Real simple. But anyway, Samurai said the same thing I said, where we think that Beringer is supplying the chips to Roland because Roland stopped building that stuff a long time ago. And we know that Beringer, and the guy was like in the chat, he's like, well, I need proof. I need proof of this. I need proof. Let me fly to fucking China and get you some proof. The fuck, man? This is all speculation. This is what makes conversation. This is, we do live in a society where we want proof, but how much proof can we get when we're basically lied to on a daily basis by everything? So we don't know, but I'm going to put my money on it because Uli bought the rights to those chips. Nobody made them anymore. He was like, free game, right? Trademark, copyright. What is the other one? It's invention rights or whatever. I forget what the hell it's called. Anyway, so he bought them. He bought the rights. He made the chips. He started building synthesizers that were analog, right? And, I just sit there and I go, why is it so hard for people to believe that shit? Like, I don't get it. I mean, everything's made in China, right? So, a lot of things aren't being swayed back to the United States. A lot of things are made in India. A lot of things are made in Indonesia, Vietnam, right? But I mean, how much semiconductors and electronic stuff is made in China, right? So, Uli built this big factory in China. It's fully automated, right? It's not just to build synthesizers, it's to build other things. And I think that's what he's doing. He's manufacturing the chip. It's a known fact that he did it. There's your fucking proof. Buy an RD8 or an RD9, you'll hear it. Just saying. What do we got here? I can't read that. Sorry, guys. Anyway, yeah, so I just, watch my hand, sorry. There we go. Oh, let me get this up a little bit more. Oh, there we go. So anyway, I just think that, we might possibly see a bunch of different versions of this drum machine. And that is not tight enough on that truck. You are flirting with disaster, buddy. So yeah, I just think that we're not going to see the end of this Terminator series. That's what I call it, because it looks like something out of a Terminator movie. The gray steel and the black buttons. Nice Corvette right there. Nice car, bro. Corvettes are looking more and more like Ferraris. Have you guys noticed that? Anyway, so yeah, it's very interesting, and we know they're going to come out with something. And I said this yesterday. I'd put any amount of money that they're going to come out with a TB303. They're going to do it. They're going to do it. Look at what Behringer did. Behringer came out with the TD series, right? The TD303, the TD3. I have one. I have the MO series, the one that's yellow, and it sounds amazing. It's got some nice deep beat bass. So you can't tell me that now that they've gone back to, making analog stuff with digital processing and stuff, that they're not going to come out with a TB303. And I'm going to tell you right now, the TB303 that they come out with, Roland has some great, they have great technology. They took electronic sampling technology to the next level. Okay? Now, I used to have two Juno 106s, and I love that synthesizer. That was my very first synthesizer that I purchased. The very first synthesizer I ever played was a set of Taurus pedals that was a friend of mine, and he let me borrow them for a long time. And I played them with my hands. I think I told this story. And so when I got the Juno X, I was most impressed. I also had the J6, which was cool. It sounded good. I really liked it a lot, actually, but it still didn't it didn't feel like a Juno 106. The JX, I have to tell you, the technology behind the JX sounds like a Juno 106. All right? And I gotta say something. This fucking guy was up my ass, sniffing my tailpipe. I love these people that do this, right? And then what do? They go way over to the other side because their exit's coming up. I love that. Why are you up my fucking ass when you're gonna take an exit? Ming, you fungool, I don't get it. If I stopped short, that motherfucker would have kissed my ass. And then what? Oh my God. Anyway. So that's what I think. I think that I think what's going to happen is they're going to come out with a TB303. I don't know if they're going to come out with another vocoder. I know they've dabbled in that several times. According to some people, those aren't real vocoders. They're voice processors. Whatever, man. Sounds like a fucking robot to me. I have three of them, and they're all Rolands. I have the Aria series. I have the was it the VT4? So I got them. I got all of them. And they're fun, and I love using them. And I actually run synths and drum machines through them, believe it or not. So anyway, I don't know if they're going to dabble in that. They might come out with another vocoder that's analog, true analog vocoder. It's probably going to cost you like fucking $1,200. But if they are buying the chips and they're not producing the chips themselves, the circuitry and stuff, I just think it's ironic, and I think that it's funny, and I think that their price, it's Roland. Roland's pricing themselves out back in the 1980s, for God's sake. And so is it Moog. I mean, look at me. I bought a goddamn Moog Muse, right? I bought a Moog Muse. I paid how much for the Moog Muse? Whatever. It's made in Taiwan, not made in China. Taiwan and China are two separate regions. But yeah, so I mean, I bought that and I like it and it sounds amazing. And if everybody, wants to fight me on that, go ahead, whatever. You're gonna waste your breath. Unless you own one, you don't know. You don't know if you don't know. So that's it. Bottom line. Anyway, so we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. I'll be honest with you. I've watched a ton of videos on this TR1000. Every new video that comes out, I watch it. all these guys do the same shit, though. They all do the same shit. They all do the TR8 and TR909 sounds. And I just sit there and I go, why? It's a sampler. Let's see what the fuck it's got. Give it to us, man. Let's see what this drum machine that everybody says, that's the best drum machine ever built. It's professional. Funny, I thought every goddamn thing that's out there on the market, including low-priced Behringer stuff, is professional. Professionals use them. You know, Samurai keeps saying, the pros only use VSTs. Not all pros use VSTs, dude. There's a lot of people, and you know, how can you say that when you've got like, I don't forget their names, but you know who I'm talking. The big hitters. You know, you've got the dude who did Michael Jackson, and you know, what's his name, Marinelli. There, he's all hardware. You know, these guys. Not everybody uses fucking VSTs nowadays. You know, the ones that are putting out the one-hit wonders and the hip hop and all that shit, they're probably using VSTs. But there's a guy called EA Ski, big producer back in the day, still is, worked with Ice-T, Ice Cube, all those guys. He still uses hardware. He uses MPC stuff. He bought one of those drum machines, or they gave it to him, I'm not sure. I watched his video, it's pretty cool. But what I'm saying is, show us the money. Show us what this thing can do. Stop playing 808 and 909 stuff. You know, I get it. It's based around those drum machines. But it's more than that. Supposedly, that's what everybody... That's much more than that. It's not more than that. You gotta... It's a professional machine. What the fuck? The TR8S is the best drum machine that was ever made. That's what I used to hear. The TR8 is a legendary, right? Now there's shit, plastic boxes that were toys that only garage band, basement jacks, and fucking bedroom producers use, right? Come on, man. Come on. Fuck out of here. You know. It's all marketing tactics, and anybody who buys into that shit is you might as well just be a shill. You know, everything, you look at every product that's out there, you know, this is the best of everything that we've ever made. You said that the last time. Of course you gotta say that. You want to sell the shit. You know, it's crazy. You know, is it a nice drum machine? Yeah. Is it pretty? Yeah. Is it rolling? Yeah. Is it rolling technology and rolling roadworthy? Yeah. Come on. You know, I mean, that's the problem, guys. Everybody says things that they, you know, I watch people in the chat and in Samurai's chat and all the other, you know, the other channels I watch in their chats if they go live, or I'll look at the chat after the video is posted, and you know, the stuff that I read, I just laugh, and then everybody's like going hoopla over like this stuff, saying, you know, I think Roland should give me one, you know, and like, well, why should Roland give you one? Why? Because you got what, 10,000 followers? Who cares? You know, this is the kind of stuff that drives me nuts. And I guarantee they're going to come out with some other products, and they're going to look just like the spaceship TR1000, and it's going to be great, and it's going to be better than anything else that you've ever seen before or heard. But I'll tell you what, when I close my eyes and I listen to that TR1000, it sounds just like the TR8S. It sounds just like the VSTs that I have. If you want the iconic TR808 and TR909 sounds, those are the sounds you're going to get. And they're no different than VSTs and the TR8 stuff. Just saying. TR8S, TR8. I'm telling you right now, man. I'm backing into my spot here. I'm telling you right now. Let's see. Oh yeah. But yeah, I'm just telling you, it's amazing. You're gonna love it, and if you buy one, good luck to you. God bless you. But I think that it's a waste of money, and I certainly am not buying one. So I'm at the coal mine, and like I always say, stay frosty, stay creative, and yeah, God bless. Watch your six. Peace.